Hello movie lovers, Bob for Bob's Movie Review here, and today I'd like to review for you a movie I just watched called Diana at 60. This one was sent to me for review by Reel2Reel Films. If you guys get a chance to check it out, be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments section. I will include more information, including affiliate links to purchase this one down in the description. So this is a documentary all about Princess Diana. Now, I kind of wonder if you're much younger than me, if you kind of know who Princess Diana is. I don't think she's really talked about anymore. It's not like a household name, I wouldn't think. I was too young to really know who she was, but I do remember when she died, and I remember my mom and my aunt both. They made a real big deal about it. And to me, I never really understand this phenomenon of people getting really invested in public figures and celebrities and just getting really invested in their life. It's not something I personally understand. Obviously it's sad when somebody dies, and I don't wish ill will on people, but it doesn't really, affect me. I don't know. Just for me personally, it's not something that I've really experienced in my life. So this is, as I said, the story of Princess Diana. Now, it says Diana at 60. I'm assuming that if she were still alive, she would be 60, and I don't know if that's this year or just kind of this general time period. She would be 60 now. A little confused why they called it Diana at 60, because she's been dead for quite a while, and so they even say something about how Diana might be in her 60s. If this was in there, I do remember somebody saying something, very small part of the actual documentary, just referring to how she might be in her 60s. So what does this documentary talk about? It starts with her childhood and her school life and her growing up, and nothing is talked about for a really long time. Everything is kind of just short and compact, and then you kind of get into her later teenage years and her young adult life and her courtship and engagement to Prince Charles and her marriage with Prince Charles and her kids, and then her death, which, I think they could have, I didn't know a lot of the stuff they talked about in this. They could have probably made a whole documentary just based on her death. Definitely they could have talked about it a lot more in this one. But like I said, everything's just short and compact, and nothing gets into a ton of detail. And then kind of the aftermath after her death. And they do mention her kids and Meghan Markle just very shortly in this one. Now, this, being made this year, I guess, it's very obvious that most of the footage, obviously all the footage with Diana is pretty old, but even interviews with friends and acquaintances and whatever is obviously pretty old. It's all full screen, which is obviously a pretty big tip-off. If it was filmed in the UK, I don't know when widescreen became popular there, but the US is probably 15 to 20 years ago. When they stopped filming stuff in full screen altogether. And then the quality is not super great. It's not terrible, but probably what I would expect 15 to 20 years ago. And the hairstyles and the clothing, it all just screams that it's kind of old footage. Now, it's not a big deal, but if it's supposed to be about Diana now and all the footage is kind of old, it just is confusing to me why they call this Diana at 60. So I did find this to be interesting. Like I say, I was too young to know who Diana was. I was a teenager or a young teenager maybe when she died, so I never really knew a whole lot about her. I thought it's pretty interesting. Like I say, it's very just general knowledge, just short amounts of time spent on stuff. I did definitely find the stuff mostly interesting from her teenage years, and then kind of some of the conspiracy stuff about her death. I found those to be the most interesting parts of this documentary. So if you don't know who she is, I don't know if you'd be interested in checking it out. Definitely educational information in it. If you guys know who she is, then you might already know everything in this, but it still might be worth checking out. I liked it. I gave it a 3 out of 5. I always like watching documentaries, even if, you know, they're about people who I don't really know or I'm not super interested in. I just find their life stories to be interesting, and I found this one to be interesting. So I gave it a 3 out of 5. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos. Check the videos, and I'll see you guys next time.